Good evening, hello, and welcome to Freight on the Suffragette line, or Goblin line, whatever you want to call it. This live stream will be starting in 2 minutes' time. Please have your drinks, light refreshments, and Oyster cards at the ready. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Freight on the Goblin, or Suffragette line, Goblin line, London Overground, new DLC for Train Sim World 4. Before we jump in, and as always, I have got to tell you that my name's Richard, because I'm doing this in completely the wrong order. I have got to tell you, if this is the first video you've seen by me, my name is Richard, and I'm a mainline freight train driver and former passenger train driver based in the southeast of England. All views and opinions expressed in this video are solely my own, may not reflect those of any companies I may be employed by or associated with, and all of that good stuff that you've heard me say a million times. I've also got to tell you that Dovetail Games have given me the key for this route completely free of charge. However, they do have absolutely no editorial control over the content. It's all of my own making, so I say what I want and I'll give you my honest opinions as we go along, as always. So, hello, Pig and Bob, RT, GJ, Shark Tales, Grape the Train Guy. Hello to everyone who's just joining us, and hello to everyone who was in the previous Class 710 stream as well. Great to have you here. So, without further ado, let's jump in to Train Sim World, to the trains. So this releases tomorrow, which is the 19th in the UK. It's the 19th everywhere tomorrow, I guess. I said in the UK. Choose a route, London Overground, timetable. And we're going to load up the Class 66 EWS. And we'll load up the Peterborough to Doncaster one. I'm assuming that's the newer one. I've got no Creators Club installed at the moment. And we do have quite a few Class 66 services on here. We're going to go for sort of a... I think we'll go for kind of an evening-ish service on this. 33 minutes. Birch Coppice to London Gateway at 20:04. Jason Jackson, hello and welcome, new subscriber. Might be a little bit too late. Birch Coppice, yeah, 20:04. We'll go. I tell you, we'll forward the time to May, and we'll go with that one. 4 Lima 68. Birch Coppice to London Gateway. So what I'm hoping for in terms of freight on this route, because this route's very intensive with passenger trains, 4 trains per hour every 15 minutes, I'm hoping with the number of stations, what's going to happen when we're driving a freight train is we're going to end up following something. So we're going to end up running on yellow signals, red signals. So this should hopefully be quite an interactive drive. That's what I'm kind of expecting from it. I don't normally do the freight routes, because the freight drives, because I do find them a little bit boring. But I'm hoping with the kind of number of signals and stuff, this should be a relatively good drive. So let's jump into it and see what we think. So I've given you my thoughts on the 710 and the route in the previous video, but I am going to sort of give you my thoughts probably again as we go along. And like I say, really interested in the chat to hear any of your thoughts as we go along. Right, drive this freight train from Gospel Oak to Ripple Lane. That's the wrong way, isn't it? We don't want to go that way. Okay. That's a good start. We want to go towards Gospel Oak because we've just done Gospel Oak down to Barking. Oh no, we want to go with that one. Again, we'll go evening. 2044. That's Bow Depot to Grain. 6 Oscar 41. That is a train that I occasionally drive in real life, funnily enough. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to find anything in sort of the right time scale. Barking Eurohub to Ripple Lane. Tunstead to West Thurrock from Upper Holloway to Ripple Lane. I can't find anything that's going the right way. Tilbury to Daventry. There we go. 4 Mike 55. And if we put that back to February, hopefully 1710, it's kind of just sort of getting darkish then as well, so we might get a little bit of ambient lighting. Okay, 31-minute run. Let's jump in. Let's get started. What does the test on the splash screen, mate? Says the Diamond of 1-1. I've got absolutely no idea. It could be because I'm on a pre-release version and not the public version of the game. Quite possibly. Michael's Transportation Videos. Hello, Sam Bennett. Can you use the train length indicator on this route, please? Absolutely. We can certainly do that. Jason Jackson, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Don't forget to see the boards at Gospel Oak, Roblox Olympics. Remind me when we get there, Roblox Olympics, because, you know, I'm like, I probably will end up forgetting. Right, here we are, 66. Container traffic. Quite a short container train. And a very dirty Class 66. Right, let's get the 66 set up. So, first thing we're going to do is safety systems on, because I like safety systems. DSD is over there, isn't it? So I do drive 66s in real life. And this route has a bit of a special significance to me, and I'll tell you about that in a few moments' time. So, reverser in. Straight air brake full on. Train brake to charge. There we go. Brakes are in passenger. We want day running on the lights, I think, at the moment. Train length. Okay, so train length is going to be in feet. Our train length is 461 yards. It's about 3 foot to the yard, I want to say. So 461 times 3. Come on, people in the chat. 1383 comes to mind, if I'd done that right. 1383, I want to say. Or thereabouts. So that's quite a short train, really. Most of these freight trains are sort of over 2,000 feet. That is quite a short one. Instrument lights are up here as well. Let's get those turned on. We don't need the tail lights on. Cab lights can be off. We are all good. Right, we've got a green. Let's get this thing going. Helps if you put it in forward. 15 miles an hour. Let me know, guys, if you need the game volume up or down. We can absolutely tweak that as we go along. Train TV, what trains do you drive in real life? So currently on my route card, I've got Class 66s, Class 69s, Class 57s, and Class 73s, and Class 73-9s. Pig and Bob 31383 is correct. Hey! I can do maths. Absolutely brilliant. Michael's Transportation, please do the Cardiff Tidal TC services. What one are we on? I can't remember now. Was this a Cardiff one? and we are off 15 miles an hour. So I said this route has a little bit of a special significance to me. So when you learn to drive a train, pretty much like when you do your driving test, when you learn to drive a train, you go to the school, you do your rules and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, I come from passenger, so the process is similar, changing to freight. You go to the school, you learn all the rules you need to learn to drive freight trains. You then go out with an instructor or a mentor driver, and you do a certain amount of driving hours. For me, it was 150 hours. For sort of a passenger to freight driver, it was 150 hours. Normally, if you're straight from the streets and going straight into passenger driving, it's your first driving job, it'd be 225 hours. Now, when you've completed those driving hours, what will happen is you'll have a test, basically. So you'll have a traction inspector or a driver manager, or however your company titles them, will come out with you and will ride on the train with you. Turn on safety. I did turn on the safety systems. They'll come out and do a ride with you. They'll do a check ride on the train. So you'll drive the train, they'll be sitting next to you, and they'll be ticking boxes, making sure you're driving it correctly. Now, when I started driving freight trains, this route is the route that I done my check ride on. So I don't sign the route, so the instructor had to kind of route conduct me. But this route was the route that I done my my check ride on. So this is the route that I passed out on as a freight train driver. Okay, we're still 15. We got a green up ahead. Yeah, the train was going from Dagenham Docks down to Crewe. It was a car train. Schedule on the pause menu will tell you. No, we're doing Tilbury to Daventry. And we're a class 4 as well, which is important. Kenny P, I prefer freight, definitely. Definitely prefer freight over passenger. Just a little bit more variety in the work. I just find it a little bit more interesting. Train TV, what's the hotspot I'm most likely to find route for the class 69? I think they're kind of up and down the country. I'm not sure 100% what routes to look out for. If you're down in the southeast, they normally do the Who Junction to Eastleigh services. But yeah, they're sort of all over the place, really. Orangutan in bed, it absolutely depends on the shift. Some shifts can be 200-300 miles, some can be 20. Right, we're good for 25. Let's get this thing going. Peter G, your brake timing is on pass, not good. So that is absolutely as it should be, Peter G. If we're driving a class 4 train, class 4 trains have to operate in pass timings on the brakes. Class 4's not allowed to operate in goods timings. Freight on an overground line, yeah, Agent B7, absolutely. This is the Gospel Oak Goblin Suffragette line is quite an important freight corridor. Freight trains accessing the West Coast Main Line, or the Southern region, or even the Wessex region, and the Western region via Acton Main Line as well. So yeah, definitely quite an important freight corridor. This. Right, there's a 40 board there. We can use our train length indicator. One press to arm it. Another press to activate. Train TV, I live near Eastleigh. Yeah, you should see the 69s on the Who Junction Eastleigh Trippers. They run twice a day. Yeah, trains at the station, class 73 is bi-mode, diesel and third rail electric. So when that beeps at us, we are clear and we are good up to 40 miles per hour. Although the game's saying we're good for 40 now. In reality, the data cord adds about 10% onto your length. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Laserjet, could you look in the Discord? We absolutely will, Laserjet, when we get around the corner. We'll go through Barking and up over the flyover, then we'll have a little look. Yeah, Train TV Class 69s operate that service, so normally they've got Class 69 locomotives on there. I said it before, graphically this route does look very nice to me. And make sure we got a bit of power in to pull it up the hill here. If you had a heavy train, it'd probably struggle up here. This is quite a gradient, quite a gradient. I think it fluctuates train TV between a 69 and a 66. But yeah, I think last time I was on it, it was a 66. 69, sorry. We're good for 45 now. Although the loco's now coming downhill, what we've got to think about is the back of the train is still coming uphill. So until we've dragged the back of the train up the hill, we need to keep the power in. And I think we're probably about right there, because it's going to start pushing us down the other side. Connor Eaton taking a divert when you don't want it. It happens all the time, Connor, you know it. 36 mile an hour, field divert. Trains at the station, they should do the Elizabeth line. I think someone is definitely going to take that 710 and put it into TFL livery. I reckon that'll probably be done tomorrow on release day. And then we'll be running that on the... we'll definitely be running that on the Great Western Express. Thomas Cooper, what gradient units do you use? To be fair, as drivers, we kind of know it's uphill, downhill, steep or not very steep. We don't have to know the exact gradient, whether it's like 1 in 20 or 1 in 10, or we don't need to know the exact gradient. We just need to know kind of up or down, steep or not. Okay, warning for a 30. We've just gone past. Let's get a little bit of break in, and let's play our first round of... Getting the speed down for 30. Yeah, in my opinion, the 66 in game, it's not a bad train to drive, but as someone that drives these in the day job, I'm not overly impressed with how it handles. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. I'm obviously quite particular when it comes to the 66. Michael's transportation videos, number 13, dead centre. Two yellows. We'll just let that coast.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Okay, if you haven't seen this before, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to give you box number 13. You've got 10 seconds to give me the locomotive livery and location. Oh, straight in. This one's sent in by James Cannell. Thank you very much, James. As a passenger driver, I used to drive 375s and 377s Electrostars. Nothing overly exciting. However, before I was a mainline driver, I was a shunter driver, and I drove 395 Javelins, 465s, 376s. I'd have gone everything. Yeah, really important to be mindful of the gradients through here. This has got some steep gradients on it. You don't really feel them when you're driving the 710, but when you're on a freight like this, those gradients really do sort of, you know, you have to start thinking about the gradients, making sure you got the power in. Lewis Gates, I'd absolutely love to see another freight loco. I'd love to see a 56, a 60, a 70, or a 68. I know that's pretty much everything we haven't got in game freight loco wise, but yeah, I definitely would. Harrison plays BR Blue or mainline blue, possibly, I'm guessing. Laserjet Ava Shoots class 87. Kevin Graham class 86. Train TV, no, that service is weekdays only. I'm not very good with a free roam camera. We've got some wheel flat noises. I am definitely a fan of the route. The route, I am definitely a fan of the route. It is nice. It is very nice. Okay, let's have a quick look in the Discord server because LaserJet's been asking very patiently. Oh, we've got a 360, a 350, 37s. And someone's display board as well. Nice, nice. And if you do want to join our Discord community, you can do. You'll find an invitation link down in the description below. So I was hoping we were going to catch something up and be running primarily on yellow signals. But the nature of the route with the gradients and the speeds does lend itself to being quite interesting for freight driving. Train TV twice a day. If you look on real-time trains, you should be able to find the pathway for it. Connor Eaton, day one purchase. I've not found any bugs, Connor, that have made it unplayable. I found a kind of, especially on the 710 earlier on, I found a few things that I would say are mildly frustrating. Not knowing the gradients, I've lost too much speed. So I don't think there's any reason not to buy it on day one. Yeah, with stuff like you can open the doors on the 710. Doesn't look like we've got functioning TPWS at the moment. So there are a couple of little things which, you know, are annoying, but certainly nothing that's game breaking. A bit of wheel slip going on there. Will Jones, good evening. Yeah, this is definitely a route you need to master in terms of gradients to get a decent run on freight. Definitely makes it a little bit more interesting to drive though. The AWS is going to take me out now, isn't it? There we go. And that is one yellow, so let's get some braking. Right, we won't stay out the cab for too long, so I've got no idea how far the next signal is on this route. Quite a long way looking at the heads-up display. Yeah, Joel, although I appreciate the short routes, we need a new long mainline route. We've got the 5 circle coming out, Joel. Where's the sound gone? Where's the engine sounds gone? We do have the 5 circle coming out, which is a fairly decent length. I think that comes out the end of this month or next month, I want to say. Right, we are red ahead. I'm doing... Can you believe I've done my pass-out ride to become a freight train driver on this route? I'm doing really well, aren't I? Ethan, how many gotchas you set off with those flats? Far too many, Ethan, far too many. Although you only set gotchas off on your way home, never on your way there. Right, the last signal was 1 yellow. Looks like we're running under 2 aspect signalling as well at the moment, so distance signals. Oh no, it must be 3 aspect signalling, sorry. Michael's transportation vehicles. I can't tell you that, but someone else can. Yeah, definitely gradient heavy. Harrison Place, I really hope they add parts of the South Western Main Line. I would like to see the South Western Main Line in game. We've got, obviously, the Pompey Direct service for Pompey Direct route for Train Sim Classic, and they do seem to like porting things over, so that's possibly something we might see in Train Sim World. We've got nothing on the South Western at all, so I definitely would like to see something on the South Western. That would be nice. Lewis Gate, working lifts, yes. P-Way staff hiding there. Yes, so the lifts on the route on the stations work, which I know is just, it's quirky, isn't it? But it's nice that you do have little features like that. The detail on the stations and the actual detail on the route, I do think they've genuinely done a really good job on. So these bridges here, as you can see, the track has been lowered to fit underneath the bridges. And the reason for that was this route was not cleared for high containers. So although all containers look standard, you've got some containers are slightly taller than others. And this route was not cleared for the taller containers. So the track was lowered through there to allow the taller containers to be used. I know that much. Trains at the station, I can neither confirm nor deny that. I've just noticed the fish and chip shop on the bridge there. That should say Bingley Mega Chippy on it. It absolutely should. And the gradient there is just running the speed up quite nicely. Just keeping an eye on that gradient profile in case we have to take a little bit of power. As soon as that starts climbing, we're going to need to get some power in. Although there is a 20 coming up. Rick Ashtray, graphically looks superb. Clutter plant growth, new track looks really good. I'm absolutely with you, Rick. And again, I said it earlier, but I'm not so keen on the 7. I say, well, hey, I've earned a reward in the 66. That shows you how often I play it. I'm not so keen on the 710. That would be the wrong thing to say. I think there's a few issues with the 710 that possibly need looking into. However, in terms of route, graphically, I think the route is genuinely really nice. The lighting looks superb as well. The sunset across the river there, I mean, that's... It looks nice. It does look nice. I am a fan. Lawrence Adams, have you recovered from the 24-hour? Oh, the 24-hour charity live stream was fun, Lawrence. Yeah, I think I've well and truly recovered. Might do another one this year. No worries, Ethan. Enjoy your shift, my friend. There's something really weird with the 66 sounds going on. That's quite interesting. This looks like there's been an update to the 66 because my airflow indicator's all the way around here, that would indicate to me that the brakes are still on at the back of the train. I'm waiting for them to come off, which would be consistent with the fact that I'm taking power and not moving. But I've never seen that before on the 66, so I do wonder if there's been some sort of an update to the driving physics, because that is as I would expect it to be. Although the fact I'm struggling to get it moving now is... I've never seen a 66 in the red on notch 3. Yeah, why is the engine noises disappearing? That should be screaming at me. That's not good. That's not good. Shark Tales, I think I have broke it. Lewis Gates, the loco's got a fault. It's got a fault because it's a red one and not a blue one. All opinions expressed in this stream are solely my own. Blah, 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 blah. To be fair, it is a 1% uphill gradient as well. That probably doesn't help. No, the Connor Eater, the amps are definitely off. Yeah, there's something not right with the sounds on this 66. They keep dropping in and out. Yeah, not sure about that. Not sure about that. Okay, shall we play another round of Locomotive Livery Livery? Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with those sounds. There's definitely something not right with those sounds. Right, let's get it going. 40, then 30. And we've got a running shunt signal there as well on the left hand side. This station looks really nice with the signal box. I think we're holding everybody up. So definitely something weird going on with the sounds here. Okay. Third number on my screen is NG with number 8.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Going to give you box number 8, guys. 10 seconds, Locomotive Livery Location if you can. The location is a bit of a difficult one on this, but I'm confident the locomotive will probably give away the location. The Diamond of South Tottenham, thank you very much. Used to be on my local station. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. I think I prefer driving the 66 over this route. I think I prefer the 66 over the 710. With the nature of the gradients and the speed restrictions, this becomes a challenging route to drive. Trace from Berkshire, Anglia 86 Ipswich. Michael's transportation videos, Anglia 86. Great Western guy, 86 at Norwich. Great the train guy, no clue. Monica 86, Michael's transportation videos, Anglia 86. What are you reckoning? I have no idea why the engine sounds are so quiet in the cab. Train spotter from Berkshire on a diesel electric supply mode. Try most. You have to shut off your neutral sections. If you're running under diesel, if you're running under anything other than AC power, you don't need to shut off your neutral sections. Trains are well-being. Freight on 5 circle would be a nice challenge for you, Richard. Lots of gradients and curves. I look forward to that. Lewis Gates, have you ever drove a civil engineering train? Yeah, we do those quite often, Lewis. Hey, Falix, welcome to Deborah, new subscriber. Great to have you here. Peter G, the sound cutting for the 66 has been like that for a while now. Oh, okay. It's, yeah, definitely not good. So like I said, I was expecting on this route to catch up a 710 and be kind of following it through. So the fact we've been running on greens for ages, I mean, to be fair, we did stop and struggled to get going, so I suppose it's kind of feasible. Struggling with the camera angle there to try and get the shot of the East Coast main line. And there's our 30 board. Only 1.9 miles left to go. Ian Bradley, hello, how are we doing? Great to have you here. We are almost finished for the night. Monica, what do people know about 37069? I don't know anything about 37069. Do you have news? Do tell us. Interesting. Oh, it's getting foggy. Yeah, not a fan of those sounds. Definitely not a fan of the sounds. Like I said, that's not a route issue. That's a 66 issue. In terms of route, I've said it once. I'll say it again. It's a good route. It's a very challenging route for freight. I think I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time in this route and kind of master these gradients, because it is definitely a challenging route for freight. Start mastering the braking performance on this 66, because it seems to be much more realistic than I remember it being. It does look atmospheric with the volumetric fog. That looks nice. That does look nice. Okay, I think we got time for maybe one, possibly two more rounds. Of Locomotive Livery Location. Yeah, I like the volumetric fog. And we will jump into the Discord server Train Boy as soon as we come through the next station. Which is Upper Holloway, I want to say, but I could be wrong. That does look super good. It looks really nice. It does look really nice. I know I've said that a few times now, but it genuinely does. Oh, look at that Brum! We do like a bit of Brum. And the Southwestern 455 that's been painted in BR Blue. I'm a fan of that. It looks nice. It looks nice. Okay, third number on my screen is a train spot from Somerset with number 14. Let's play.
Let's play.
Sharktail.
Locomotive Livery Location.
Sharktail says, love the fog. Here we go, box number 14. Ah, it's got to give it away from the front there. Okay, just been past the one yellow signal. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think that is? Where do you think that could be? Yeah, the volumetric fog is nice. Transport from Berkshire, Anglia 86 at Ipswich. Michael's transportation videos, Anglia 86 at Norwich. I think everyone's guessing on location at the moment because there really isn't anything to go by location-wise in there. But I did say the locomotive would give away the location a little bit. Creeping up to the red. Yeah, that fog is proper dense. The fog effect looks really, really good. I'm genuinely impressed by that. That is really nice. It would be nice, I think. So as freight train drivers, we would typically relieve at Willesden Junction. That's quite a popular relieving point. So I think having the last couple of miles down to Willesden Junction would have been really nice, just for the kind of freight services, so we're not stopping at signals in the middle of nowhere. But then I guess you would have to have had the spur, the DC line spur down to Wembley as well. So yeah, I can sort of see, you know, maybe why they didn't go for that option. But as for a freight route, that is a challenging drive. And I'm going to make it my mission to master the gradients and actually be able to deliver a solid drive on that. Wait for a moment. Okay, so I can recharge back to initial. Is that going to be game over? It's game over. It's game over. Let's see what we done. Hey, we got a gold medal. To be fair, that was a pretty poor driving attempt, so little bit of speeding. Speed fluctuate all over the place with the kind of gradients and stuff. Not bad though, not bad. For sort of like an exercise in freight driving, that is probably one of the most interesting and challenging freight driving routes I've seen on the game so far. I actually want to make it my mission to go and master that. Now, that was, from a freight driver perspective, that was really, really enjoyable. I really did like that. Okay.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
We've only had 3 boxes revealed here. Do you know what? I'm going to give you a couple that might help with that location. Right. That is about all you've got in there location-wise. Does that help you? Let me know where you think that is, what you think that could be. Grape the Train Guy, would it be tea and biscuits if you drove without safety systems on? It would probably be a yes. It'd probably be a bit more than tea and biscuits. If you drove without safety systems on, without following the rules, without good reason, that'd probably be your job. Because that wouldn't be a mistake, that would be a deliberate violation of the rules. There are occasions when you do have to drive without safety systems on if you've got faults on the trains, but there's lots of rules surrounding those. For example, certain safety systems you have to have a competent person in the cab with you. Sometimes there's speed restrictions and limitations put into place. That's all kind of stuff you'll learn on your train driver's rules. But yeah, if you purposely isolated a safety system and drove without it, West Coast, then that would be a bit more than tea and biscuits. You would be in quite a lot of trouble for that. Michael's transportation videos, Anglia 86 Norwich. Transport from Berkshire, Anglia 86 Norwich. Michael's transportation videos, Anglia 86 Norwich.
It's time to reveal today's Locomotive Livery Location.
I remember that livery, it's beautiful. Dodgy photoshopping on the logo there as well. Anglia 86 Norwich, absolutely is. Thank you very much, James Cannell, for sending that in. Very, very much appreciated. Yeah, like it. Like it a lot. Right. That's the wrong button. Let's go to that one. So there we go. We've done 2 runs on the Gospel Oak to Barking, Goblin, Suffragette line, whatever you want to call it, tonight as well. Route-wise, Dovetail Games, well done. Route-wise, lovely. Really challenging route to drive freight. Nice route to drive passenger. I spoke about the 710 in the last video. I won't give it away. If you want to see the run on that, go and check that out. If you are watching this live, in about 15 minutes time, I'm going to head over to Discord and I'm going to just play. I'm going to have another run on the 710 in the Discord. I'm going to stream it on the Discord server. So if you are on the Discord server, you can watch that. If you're not, then you'll find an invitation link in the description below. And yeah, because I enjoyed it. I want another go on it. So hopefully you can join me over there. 115 of you lovely people in. If you haven't already, please do hit the like button. Consider subscribing. That would be absolutely awesome. You can also follow me on my social media channels, which are on the screen for you right now. That was fantastic. Are you going to pick this game up tomorrow? What do you think of it? Let me know in the comment section below. It'd be good to hear your thoughts. I'm going to press that button there. Like I say, if you want to join me over in the Discord, then do feel free to do so. And yeah, I shall see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.